Welcome to Like Kindly. Have you ever wondered if the secret to turning life's toughest challenges into your greatest opportunities was discovered over 2,000 years ago? Picture facing life's storms with such a deep sense of calm that nothing could shake your inner peace. It sounds like a superpower, doesn't it? But this isn't just a fantasy. This ancient superpower is actually a philosophy that remains as applicable today as it was in the vibrant markets and marble halls of ancient Rome and Greece. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control everything in our lives, we have complete control over our reactions. In our modern world, where uncertainty is a constant, these teachings can be the anchor we need. Imagine Stoicism as a guide for action rather than mere thought. It's about living a purposeful, resilient, and happy life regardless of the obstacles we face. It doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather understanding and managing them to achieve a more fulfilling life. Whether you're dealing with stress, facing adversity, or simply looking to find more joy in everyday life, stay with me. Today, we will explore Stoicism deeply, uncovering its enduring wisdom and learning how it can transform not only our mindset, but also our way of living. If you're eager to start this journey of transformation, remember to subscribe, share, and hit that like button. Stick around until the end, because every moment of this discussion brings us closer to unlocking the Stoic wisdom that can change your life. If you find this video helpful and enjoyable, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any of our videos. Number 1. Focusing on personal excellence. The Stoics possessed a deep understanding of what it means to achieve personal excellence. They held that virtue is the ultimate good, and that all our actions should be directed towards living a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius, a notable Stoic, exemplified this pursuit of personal excellence with his advice. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. This straightforward yet profound statement captures the heart of personal excellence. It involves embodying the virtues we admire and striving to live by them consistently. Seneca, another prominent Stoic, emphasized the significance of self-improvement and continuous learning. He advocated for living in harmony with nature and reason, suggesting that true excellence emanates from within and is manifested through our actions and decisions. Epictetus focused on the importance of personal responsibility in achieving excellence. He taught that mastering our reactions, emotions, and will is crucial for living a virtuous life. What does focusing on personal excellence look like in our everyday lives? It begins with setting personal standards based on our values and aspirations rather than societal expectations or the accomplishments of others. It's about understanding who we are, recognizing our strengths and weaknesses, and taking consistent steps toward improvement. Personal excellence also involves resilience, defined by how we respond to setbacks and failures rather than our successes. As Aristotle stated, excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. This means viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. Furthermore, focusing on personal excellence involves adopting a growth mindset, a concept supported by modern psychology. This mindset holds that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. It encourages us to embrace challenges, persist in the face of setbacks, and view effort as a path to mastery. Personal excellence also entails living authentically. It's about being true to ourselves and our values even when it's difficult. It involves making choices that reflect our true selves and taking pride in our journey, including both the struggles and triumphs. Practicing gratitude, as previously discussed, is also integral to personal excellence. By appreciating what we have and where we are on our journey, we cultivate a positive outlook that supports our growth and well-being. Let us commit to focusing on personal excellence by setting our own standards, embracing our unique paths, and taking pride in our progress. Remember, it's not about achieving perfection, but being proud of who we are and how we live. It's about celebrating our efforts, learning from our experiences, and continually striving to be the best versions of ourselves. Together, let's make personal excellence not just a goal, but a way of life. Number 2, building self-discipline. The concept of self-discipline often conjures images of strict schedules and a life devoid of enjoyment. But let's reframe this perspective. Self-discipline is not about imposing limitations. It's about empowering oneself to make choices that resonate with one's deepest values and long-term aspirations. It's about prioritizing what is truly beneficial over what is immediately gratifying. At its essence, self-discipline is the mastery of oneself, the ability to say yes to what serves us and no to what does not, even when the latter is more tempting. Consider the everyday decisions we make: adhering to a workout regimen, saving money instead of succumbing to impulse purchases, or turning off Netflix to concentrate on a crucial project. These choices may not offer instant pleasure, but they lay the foundation for sustained satisfaction and success. Stoic philosophy offers profound insights into self-discipline. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, articulated this idea succinctly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This statement underscores the essence of self-discipline: control over our impulses, emotions, and actions despite external distractions and temptations. Seneca also provided valuable guidance on this subject. He advised maintaining steadfastness and controlling our desires, rather than being controlled by them, recognizing that true freedom originates from our ability to govern ourselves. This internal governance is the cornerstone of self-discipline and is crucial for achieving personal freedom and fulfillment. Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, highlighted the importance of habit in achieving excellence and virtue. He posited that self-discipline cultivates habits that lead us toward our ideal selves. This discipline is not about sporadic acts of willpower, but about consistently making choices aligned with our values and long-term goals. Modern psychological insights also underscore the significance of self-discipline. Carl Jung, a pioneer in psychology, emphasized the need to integrate all aspects of our personality to live fully. This integration necessitates self-discipline, as it involves navigating the conflicting desires within our psyche and choosing paths that enhance our overall well-being and growth. Building self-discipline in daily life begins with small, manageable steps. Identify one area for improvement, whether it's diet, exercise, or spending habits. Set clear, attainable goals and approach them incrementally. Each choice that aligns with your goals strengthens the muscle of self-discipline. Epictetus reminds us that no great thing is created suddenly. Self-discipline is developed through consistent, small actions. It is about progress, not perfection. Every day offers new opportunities to practice self-discipline and to make choices that bring us closer to our desired selves. The journey of self-discipline involves balancing immediate desires with long-term aspirations. It requires making difficult choices that ultimately lead to greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Let's embark on this journey together, supporting one another in choosing what is right over what is easy. Within the realm of self-discipline lies the pathway to achieving our dreams and living a life that we genuinely love. Number 3. Practicing gratitude. It's fascinating how a simple concept like gratitude can profoundly impact our lives. By shifting our focus to what we have rather than dwelling on what we're missing, we can transform our outlook, particularly on those days that feel like an uphill battle. The Stoics, wise as they were, had a lot to say about gratitude. They believed that happiness doesn't come from acquiring more, but from appreciating what we already possess. Marcus Aurelius often emphasized the importance of focusing on the present and finding joy in simple things. He said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This is gratitude in its purest form, recognizing the value of life itself and the many gifts it offers us each day. Seneca discussed how our desires can lead us astray, perpetually chasing after more and never finding true satisfaction. He suggested that by focusing on what we have and understanding that the best things in life are already within our grasp, we can achieve real contentment. Epictetus, known for his practical approach to Stoic philosophy, encouraged his followers to appreciate their current circumstances, whatever they might be. He believed that by accepting and valuing our present situation, we could live more fulfilled lives. But how do we practice gratitude, especially when life throws curveballs our way? It starts with making gratitude a daily habit. Each morning or evening, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a conversation with a friend, or the beauty of a sunset. This practice helps to rewire our brains to focus on the positive, boosting our mood and overall outlook on life. Gratitude also means embracing challenges and finding lessons within them. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective helps us appreciate our experiences, both good and bad, as valuable steps on our journey. Furthermore, practicing gratitude strengthens our connections with others. By expressing appreciation for the people in our lives, we not only brighten their day, but also reinforce our relationships. A simple thank you can go a long way in showing someone that they're valued and loved. Aristotle spoke about the importance of recognizing the good in our lives and striving for a virtuous existence. He believed that gratitude was key to achieving eudaimonia, or true happiness, as it allows us to appreciate the goodness around us and within ourselves. Modern psychology supports the benefits of gratitude. Studies have shown that people who practice gratitude regularly experience less anxiety, sleep better, and maintain a more positive outlook on life. As Carl Jung suggested, the word happiness would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. By acknowledging and being grateful for the full spectrum of our experiences, we find a deeper, more authentic form of happiness. Gratitude is not only about acknowledging the positives, but also about appreciating the lessons learned from the negatives. This duality enriches our understanding of life and deepens our appreciation of our journey. Number 4. Accepting change. Accepting change is not just necessary, it is vital for our growth and happiness. The reality is that the only constant in life is change. Learning to go with the flow and embrace life's inevitable shifts can make navigating through them less intimidating and more of an adventure. The Stoics had an exceptionally healthy perspective on change, viewing it as a natural part of the universe's rhythm. Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This profound acceptance of change as an integral part of life helps us understand that each change, whether perceived as good or bad, has its place in our story. Seneca taught that becoming too attached to our current circumstances can lead to disappointment because inevitably those circumstances will change. He advised us to remain flexible, and to understand that change is not only a part of life but also a necessary component of our personal development and happiness. Epictetus encouraged us to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. He pointed out that while we cannot control external events, we can control our attitudes toward them. This mindset is incredibly empowering when dealing with change, as it shifts our focus to our responses, helping us find opportunities for growth within change and move forward with resilience. How can we become more accepting of change? First, by acknowledging that change is inevitable. It is the natural order of things. Everything around us is in a constant state of flux. Seasons change, people come and go, and even ourselves are continuously renewing themselves. Embracing change means embracing life itself. Second, by practicing mindfulness. Being present in the moment allows us to appreciate our current experiences without clinging to them. This awareness creates a space for acceptance when those experiences inevitably evolve or come to an end. Third, by seeking the lessons in change. Every shift in our lives, no matter how challenging, comes with opportunities to learn and grow. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective can turn the challenges of change into stepping stones for personal development. Aristotle emphasized the importance of pursuing a virtuous life as the key to happiness. Part of virtue is adaptability, the ability to navigate life's changes with grace and wisdom. It is about finding balance and harmony within the flux of life. Modern psychology supports this Stoic approach to change. Viewing change as an opportunity rather than a threat can significantly reduce our stress and anxiety levels, enhancing our resilience and making us better equipped to handle whatever life throws our way. Let us remind ourselves that change is not just something to endure, but to welcome as a natural, enriching part of our journey. By accepting change, we open ourselves to new experiences, growth, and the beautiful unfolding of our unique paths in life. Remember, going with the flow is not about passivity. It is about actively engaging with life in all its dynamic complexity. Let us navigate the currents of change with courage, grace, and a heart open to the endless possibilities that change brings. Number 5. Embracing obstacles as opportunities. Stoicism teaches us the art of embracing obstacles as opportunities. It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? Most of us are conditioned to see obstacles as barriers to our success and happiness. However, Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus challenge this narrative. They encourage us to ask, "What can I learn?" when life throws us a curveball instead of lamenting, "Why me?" This shift in perspective is transformative. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his personal reflections, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He implies that every obstacle, no matter how daunting, not only tests our resilience but also offers valuable lessons. It's about discovering the silver lining in difficult situations and using it to fuel our growth. This isn't just ancient wisdom. Modern thinkers echo it as well. The renowned psychologist Carl Jung noted, "What you resist persists." By resisting obstacles, we grant them more power over us. Accepting and learning from them, however, enables us to overcome them. This Stoic mindset transforms challenges into stepping stones towards becoming stronger and wiser. Let's bring this concept into practical scenarios. Imagine you're facing multiple rejections from job applications. It's easy to spiral into self-pity and doubt. But what if you viewed each rejection as feedback? Perhaps there's a skill you need to develop or a new strategy you should adopt in your job search. This shift in perspective can turn a series of rejections into a path of professional growth and development. Consider personal conflicts as another example. These situations are often uncomfortable and stressful, but they also offer opportunities to practice patience, empathy, and communication skills. Each disagreement provides a chance to understand different viewpoints and improve your conflict resolution abilities. The essence of embracing obstacles as opportunities lies in asking ourselves, what can this situation teach me? Instead of being passive victims of circumstance, we become active learners and problem solvers. This doesn't mean that facing obstacles becomes easy. Rather, it means we approach them with a mindset geared towards growth and learning. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is the core of Stoicism. It's about looking beyond the immediate pain or frustration of an obstacle and identifying the lessons and opportunities it presents. When faced with a challenge, big or small, try to pause and reframe it. Ask yourself what you can learn from the situation and how it can make you stronger and wiser. Number 6. Developing emotional resilience. When life throws its curveballs, we all experience a whirlwind of emotions. Feeling angry, sad, or frustrated is a natural part of being human. But the real challenge lies not in the emotions themselves, but in how we manage them. This is where emotional resilience comes into play. Emotional resilience is a powerful ability that helps us navigate life's storms with grace, emerging stronger on the other side. It's about recognizing our emotions, understanding their roots, and taking constructive steps forward, rather than being overwhelmed by them. The Stoics had profound insights into this. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom highlights the essence of emotional resilience. While we cannot control external events, we can control our responses. Our emotions need not dictate our actions. Seneca advised on facing adversity without losing composure, viewing life's hardships as tests of character and resilience. By understanding and patiently dealing with our emotions, we can grow wiser and stronger. Developing emotional resilience starts with self-awareness. By being mindful of our emotions and reactions, we gain better self-understanding. It's important to allow ourselves to feel, but rather than reacting impulsively, we can choose responses that align with our values and long-term well-being. Aristotle's concept of the golden mean applies well here, advocating for a balanced approach to emotions, neither suppressing them nor letting them control us. Carl Jung emphasized the need to integrate all aspects of our psyche to achieve wholeness, which involves confronting and understanding our emotions as a path to resilience. When caught in strong emotions, first acknowledge your feelings without judgment. Reflect on what triggered them to gain insight into your emotional patterns. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," reminding us that our reactions shape our experiences. By choosing constructive and healing responses, we turn emotional challenges into growth opportunities. Building emotional resilience is a continuous journey. It involves mindfulness, self-reflection, and patience, alongside developing coping strategies like journaling, talking to trusted friends, or practicing relaxation techniques. Crucially, it's about treating ourselves with kindness and compassion through emotional ups and downs. Emotional resilience doesn't mean never experiencing negative emotions. It means navigating them gracefully and emerging stronger and more self-aware. By developing this resilience, we empower ourselves to face life's challenges with courage and poise. Let's support each other on this journey, fostering emotional resilience and living more fulfilling lives together. Number 7. Not caring what others think. In a world saturated with social media where life, In today's world, it's easy to let likes, follows, and comments dictate our self-worth. We often fall into the trap of valuing ourselves based on others' opinions. However, here's a liberating truth. Your worth isn't based on external validation. It's about being true to yourself, embracing your authenticity, and living in alignment with your values. The Stoics, those ancient philosophers whose wisdom endures, emphasized this concept. They taught that inner peace and freedom stem from focusing on what's within our control, our actions, thoughts, and integrity, rather than the ever-changing opinions of others. Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinions of others." This striking observation underscores a paradox many of us live with, placing more value on others' judgments than on our own self-assessment. Seneca echoed this sentiment, emphasizing the importance of living a life true to oneself, rather than one shaped by the expectations or approval of others. He believed that true contentment comes from within, by living a life congruent with our principles and values. Epictetus taught that worrying about others' opinions is beyond our control and therefore not worth our energy. He encouraged us to focus on our actions and to live virtuously, as that is where our true power lies. So, how can we start caring less about what others think and more about being true to ourselves? First, understand that you are the author of your life story. You have the power to define your worth, not society, not your social media followers, nor the people around you. Ground your self-esteem in who you are, the values you uphold, the kindness you spread, and the effort you put into being your best self. Second, practice self-reflection. Ask yourself, whose life am I living? Are my choices based on my desires, or am I trying to fit into someone else's mold? Reflecting on these questions can help realign your actions with your true self. Third, embrace vulnerability. Being true to yourself means being open about your flaws. Understand that perfection is an illusion and it's okay to be a work in progress. Making mistakes and learning from them is part of the journey. This authenticity attracts the right people into your life, those who appreciate the real you. Additionally, remember Aristotle's concept of the golden mean, finding balance in life. Applied to our concern for others' opinions, it means striking a healthy balance between considering constructive feedback and maintaining our autonomy and self-worth. Adopting a Stoic mindset involves recognizing that our worth is determined by our virtues, our actions, and our commitment to living a meaningful life, not by external accolades or approval. It's about building a strong inner fortress that remains unshaken by the fleeting opinions of others. Number 8. Memento Mori. Remember you will die. The Stoics, including great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, embrace the concept of memento mori not to instill fear, but to inspire a deeper appreciation for every moment. They believe that by acknowledging the inevitability of death, we could live more fully, consciously, and with gratitude for the present. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the transience of life, urging us to live according to our values and make the most of our time. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think, he wrote. This isn't about being morose. It's a call to action, a reminder to focus on what truly matters, to let go of petty concerns, and to live with purpose and integrity. Seneca also spoke about the shortness of life, urging us not to waste time on trivialities, but to focus on creating a meaningful existence. He believed that being mindful of death encourages us to live more wisely and to cherish our relationships and experiences. Epictetus emphasized the importance of focusing on the present and making the best use of our time. By remembering that we won't live forever, we are more likely to live ethically and to appreciate the beauty and richness of life. But how can we incorporate Memento Mori into our own lives without it feeling like a dark cloud over our heads? It starts with shifting our perspective. Instead of seeing the awareness of death as something fearful, we can view it as a powerful motivator to live our lives to the fullest. It's about embracing the present, not postponing our dreams or happiness for an undefined future that's not guaranteed. Consider the things you've been putting off, perhaps pursuing a passion, reconnecting with loved ones, or simply taking time to appreciate the small joys of everyday life. Memento Mori reminds us not to take our time for granted. It encourages us to live more authentically, to say what we mean, to love openly, and to be present in our lives. This concept also teaches us to appreciate the impermanence of life, which in turn deepens our gratitude for the moments we have. When we remember that our time is limited, we're more likely to cherish our experiences, live more mindfully, and express gratitude for the people and moments that enrich our lives. So let's use Memento Mori not as a source of fear, but as a catalyst for growth, gratitude, and a deeper appreciation of life. Let it remind us to make choices that align with our deepest values, cherish our relationships, and savor the beauty of the present moment. Remembering that we will die one day encourages us to live more fully today. In embracing Memento Mori, we find a powerful reminder to live not in fear of death, but in celebration of life. Let's make every moment count, not because we're afraid of its end, but because we're in love with life itself. Number 9. Living in the present moment. We often hear the phrase, live in the now, but what does it truly mean? And why is it so crucial? Living in the present moment is about fully embracing and experiencing where you are at this very second. It means not letting your mind wander off to the worries of tomorrow or the regrets of yesterday. It's about realizing that life, with all its beauty, challenges, and surprises, happens in the now. This concept isn't new. It's been a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, echoed by great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, and reiterated by modern psychologists and thinkers. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." He understood that the power of living in the present lies in its ability to ground us, clear our minds of distractions, and allow us to appreciate the richness of life as it unfolds. But why is it so hard to stay present? Our minds are often cluttered with thoughts, worries about what's next, or replaying things that have already happened. This constant mental noise pulls us away from the beauty and potential of the here and now. Carl Jung, a renowned psychologist, highlighted the significance of the present moment when he said, "The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it." Living in the present moment gives meaning to the small, everyday experiences, enriching our lives beyond measure. Aristotle also emphasized the importance of being mindful of the present to achieve eudaimonia, a state of being happy, healthy, and prosperous. He believed that by focusing on the here and now, we could live a virtuous life, making the most of our human experience. So, how can we practice living in the present? It starts with mindfulness, the art of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When you eat, savor each bite. When you walk, notice the feeling of the ground under your feet. Listen actively when someone is speaking to you, instead of planning what you're going to say next. These simple acts of mindfulness bring us back to the present, making our lives richer and more meaningful. Seneca offered this wisdom. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. He understood that anxiety about what's to come or what has been only serves to diminish our happiness in the now. Living in the present isn't about ignoring the future or forgetting the past. It's about finding a balance where we learn from our past and plan for our future without letting those activities consume our present. It's in this balance that we find peace and contentment. Number 10, focusing on what's in your control. Have you ever found yourself stuck in traffic, fuming over the delay, or scrolling through your phone only to get upset over a negative comment on your post? It happens to the best of us. Our daily lives seem filled with these little tests, challenging our mood and peace of mind at every turn. But here's a game-changing perspective from the world of Stoicism that can turn all that frustration on its head. Stoicism, an incredible philosophy from ancient Greece and Rome, provides us with a powerful tool, focusing on what's within our control. The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about that for a second. Traffic, bad weather, negative comments, these are all outside our control. No matter how much we wish we could change them, we can't. What we can change, however, is how we react to them. This idea isn't just ancient wisdom, it's supported by modern psychology as well. Carl Jung, a giant in the field of psychology, famously stated, "I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become." This aligns perfectly with the Stoic practice. It's about recognizing that the only real power we have is over our own reactions, thoughts, and actions. Let's break it down. Say you're stuck in a traffic jam, late for an important meeting. You can spend that time stewing in anger, honking your horn and stressing out, which won't make the cars ahead move any faster. Or you can take a deep breath, accept the situation, and maybe use the time to listen to a podcast, an audiobook, or enjoy some music. The traffic hasn't changed, but your response to it has. With that shift, your stress levels drop and your day looks a bit brighter. This Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control extends far beyond dealing with traffic or weather. It applies to our personal goals, reactions to others, and approach to life's obstacles. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic heavyweight, reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So next time you find yourself getting worked up over something outside your control, remember these wise words from our Stoic friends. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, let it go. Focus on your reaction, mindset, and actions. This simple shift can profoundly impact your stress levels and overall happiness. It's not always easy, but it's worth practicing every day. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. As we learn to focus more on what's in our control, we'll find ourselves not just surviving life's challenges, but thriving despite them. Each lesson from Stoicism isn't just ancient wisdom. They're practical life hacks that can help us manage stress, make better decisions, and find peace amidst chaos. It's not the challenges we face that define us, but the strength we find in confronting them, the wisdom we gather, and the compassion we share. Every step, reflection, and act of kindness is a brushstroke in the masterpiece of your life. Let's not just exist, let's live vibrantly, purposefully, and authentically. As we conclude today, don't let the inspiration end here. On the screen, you'll find a playlist that's a treasure trove of wisdom, stories, and strategies to help you navigate life's twists and turns with grace and resilience. Click on it, dive deeper, and continue sculpting the most authentic version of yourself. Together, let's keep growing, reflecting, and embracing the beautiful complexity of life. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Until we meet again, remember to live not just for the applause, but for the cause of being your most genuine self. Take care, and see you on the next step of our journey.